Welcome back everyone to Vaal Feeds the Nebulous Beast. Today I want to show you guys some awesome progress I've been making on my Redpower stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Here is my frame engine core based on the design by TeamPantsMadness. Their Mark Drive 6, I think, EG Mark Drive. Go over all this cool stuff here, but it works. I got all my frequency remote controls here, testing the 6 different directions. Oh, wisp! Don't run from me. Oh, I gotta wait till it falls down to get it. Tick. Yeah. So, first of all, I'm building this on top of my new tower here that I've begun. You can see where I had all my stuff before. I'm just using the space I had on the top here. It's a, 17 diameter circle. Using a couple micro blocks, some slabs, all out of basalt, bricks and pavers. Using some cobble down there too as a little foundation. But I like this. This is just the basic, circle and rim of slabs to make it spider-proof, so I can work up here without fear of monsters, basically. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using all the scaffolding, which is great. I love it, to build this thing. And this is actually the position that it was in as I built it. I knew how big it was going to be, and I needed to get under here to work on it. So then this scaffolding was invaluable. I did use my jetpack, but not very much. You guys saw I had all of the equipment ready. This is what's left over so far. There's a lot. I used a lot, but I have a lot of stuff. I still got some motors. I used 6 motors in this thing. So let's take a look. It starts off with these 4 motors in the middle here, and they're all turned the right way. They work in groups of 2 like this. So let's see, we got some more room on this side. So let's go this way. This is the left direction, because that is forward. So come up to my remotes and we'll go left. So what happens, this is called an inchworm drive. These 2 motors work in unison. One motor moves one of the motors, and the other motor moves everything else. So watch, I gotta send it 2 pulses. First pulse, I'm on this signal here at 103. Move this motor into place, which is now powered by this wire. You can see that. The next signal will go from this right into this motor, which will then move the whole thing. And any frames I attach to this will also get moved, like my quarry, control stuff. This is the main engine for this whole airship. And similarly, it works the same way on the right. And forward and back, both do the same things, forward and back right here. I'm not going to move this forward because I'll touch this right now. So first we'll go up, and that's the same kind of thing. And there's these 2 pairs of engines on the back. You saw one there, and the down pairs right here. So if we come up here to the top, we're on the up signal now. It's the same thing. One of them moving into place, and when I hit it again, the whole thing gets moved up. Including me having some problems there, but that's because I don't have covers and stuff on the frames yet. I gotta add all that. And then the same thing works down, demonstrate. So the first one move there, click it again, the whole thing moves. There you go. So now I have it powered by this battery box here. This battery box is running power to these motors, and down through these 2 retrievers over to this side to power those motors. And the motors transfer power between them, so we're all powered. But instead of using solar panels, what instead I'm doing is using this timer, just ticking this redstone jacketed wire here, connecting to this redstone pneumatic tubing here. See, this is regular tubing, pneumatic tube, and this is the redstone pneumatic tube. This powers these 2 machines every time this ticks, and makes them do their thing. This one is pulling out of the ender chest full batteries. And then that'll go into the network and go into the bottom here, where they'll need a full battery. This one is pulling out empty batteries. And he's pulling it out of this network, which will pull it out of here. So basically, when this runs out of power and this charges all the way down and charges up the box, and this becomes empty, when this ticks the next time that's empty, it will pull it out, and this one will pull a full one from the ender chest. And so it'll remotely power itself wherever it's at. And depending on how big the ship is and how much power it draws, I can turn up the rate of drawing out batteries, as long as my power station here at home can sustain them. So let's move this up a little bit. So let's go show you what I've done in the power station. Basically, it's the same system as this in reverse. So come down here into the tower. It's just a circular tower so far using the Zycordite brick blocks, so monsters don't spawn in here. It's my levitating thing for my base. And here's my drop. I have my jetpack on, that's why it was slow. Here we are. Let's go ahead and check this out. So basically what I did is there was a battery box in the wall behind this one, but I actually removed it, so now there's just the wire there connecting to this one, and this one. So this box can draw power from the windmill, the source, quicker than going through another box. That seemed to works out a lot better. But it's the same thing. This timer, when I turn it on, will tick these redstone piping, giving a signal to both of these things. Filter will pull out of the ender chest, go into there, and the retriever, getting power from the battery box behind it in the wall, will suck out of here and shoot it into the ender chest. Now I'm wondering why I'm not using retriever in that thing. Oh, because it's... Why am I not using retriever? Or a filter there. It worked here. I should look into that. But anyway, next I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, here, this thing, I've just set up a little thing to turn some scrap into scrap boxes, because I see that I can use scrap boxes in Matter Fabricator, which is what I'm going to use this scrap for anyway. And I have so much scrap. I've already have so many scrap boxes, and I got all these barrels filled with it. How am I doing towards the Matter Fabricator, by the way? I still don't have any extra iridium from last time. Sad face. But I have a cool frame project to work on, and that's what I'm going to do. So I think next I'm going to work on the Quarry Head. Maybe I'll show you guys some stages of progress while I work on that. Alright everyone, welcome back. So I'm beginning the frame Quarry Head. I just moved the airship engine up higher there. I'll use it to move this a little bit later. But for now, the basic idea, I'm sure you've seen these before, is you get block breakers facing down to break the blocks underneath them. Attach them with frames. This middle one is not exactly necessary, but I need to attach covers to it to make sure things operate smoothly. And now with our tube frames, this is redstone tubing, because I'm going to need to signal the block breakers to make them dig, and I'll do that through this piping, through the redstone attachment. And so this is redstone tubing with frames, and it puts the tubes in the frames, so it's all compact and nice and neat like that. So this will take the items out of the block breakers when I put a signal into this tube, because that'll signal all the block breakers at once with the dig signal basically. And then I can attach frames up above this, you know, to attach to my deployer mechanism to make this head go up and down. We'll build that next. And ideally this could just go, I think, if I put I don't have it on me, but if I put the ender chest there, if I get some panels, let's see, I'm going to need, do I have the jacketed wire on me? I do not. Let's see if this will work. If I do that, lay that down, so I need something to connect to the jacketed wire. Did I use all the red jacketed? No, there it is. piece. I'm using red and blue to indicate whether it's powered wire or signal wire. So if I lay this on top, that'll connect to the tube here, and that red wire on the ground will allow me to connect to it with a receiver. So I think it's this way. Boom. See how the red wire connected there? So that's connecting to this, which is connecting to this. So I should be able to pulse the frequency I've set up. Whoops. I got all my remotes here. Newest one is dig. That is set to 107. So if I come over here, set this one to, I should just hit dig like this, 107. So if I, theoretically, if I click this, it should flash these. Well, it flashed this. Let's see if it'll break something. Let's put some dirt. Over there just for good measure. Boom. And it sucked them up. Now there's no place for them to go, so they're going to get stuck in there. So let's go get that ender chest. Where is it? Thought I had it in here. Oh no, you know what? I just made one for the batteries. I didn't make an extra one for that. I'll go grab the one for my turtle. Be right back. Okay, so got the ender chest. The good thing about this is my quarry is running, so while I'm working on this, once I place this ender chest here, boom, there goes all the items that were in there. I should be able to keep an eye on the quarry, see if anything gets jammed. Get a backlog in here. But there you go, that's the basic idea. So as this thing, I can move this head along, you know, with other frame motors, up and down, left and right, and you know, I can mine as I go along, move it down, commanding it like this with wireless redstone, and sending all the items up the chest. That's basically it. You can expand this head to make it larger, connect more rows, you know, make it longer, whatever. But really I just wanted to get the basic idea in here, and then I want to work on the other systems. Like I say, the head that makes this raise up and down, and then we'll get a cantilever arm in there. Boom. Dig it all. Oh, very cool. Get a cantilever arm in there, and then we can attach it to the engine, and we have a working flying ship. Now the one thing about this is, for the motors I'm going to have up top here, I'm going to have to connect them to the power from the engine core here, which is not a big deal. I don't want to set up two of those unless I absolutely have to. But that's the next thing we'll do. We'll do the part that makes this go up and down, the deployer, block breaker system with the other two motors. Show you guys how to do that. If we got some time, let me check the time. Well, looking at the time, it seems that I don't have too much left, and I forgot already that with all the movement of the frame head, in addition to the airship itself, I need a bunch more receivers and transmitters. I made an extra set for the dig command, this guy right here, but I'm going to need some for, you know, moving the frame head up, moving the frame head down, moving the frame head left and right. So I need some more stuff, and I need to make more frames too. I'm almost out of frames. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that stuff off camera, and I'll make the stuff, make some more progress. But you guys can see it here. The foundation's pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and put covers on these guys just to show. I'm going to use obsidian covers for this thing, I think. There you go. This is so that these blocks, when it's against the ground, don't pull the ground with it. We just want to break the ground and then move over and then break. So we're going to hit all the blocks, but every other one at a time, if that makes sense. Anyway, there we go, and I'll continue on this next time. I think covers are here as well. They'll be there. They'll need to be there. And hopefully next time we got a whole lot more done. You know, I'm not really worrying about covers and stuff yet. Obviously on the guy up there, I will put them on there. But for now, it's more about just trying to get it to work. they make everything move and not have anything broken in all the systems. And then I'll ensure it looks good and make it all pretty. And I might not stick with obsidian covers. I might go with basalt. Make it all black. Who knows? I'm not sure what color it'll be. But there we go for now. Thank you guys for watching. And next time we'll really get moving. Alright, see ya.